Okay, boys and girls, I've seen it. I went to see The Fantastic Four. Is it any good? Well, I'll tell you in a minute. Now, aside from the last attempt at doing The Fantastic Four, we'll kind of forget about that one because that was just terrible. The two prior to that, believe it or not, I actually liked them. I didn't think they were too bad, you know. And the Silver Surfer film that they did, I enjoyed it. I really did. But I still remember the comics from me being a kid. I'm not a big comic book reader. I just love films. And when you come on this channel, all you're going to hear from me is whether I liked it or not. I don't really care about how it was made and one thing or another. The cinematography is good, brilliant, but I'm more interested in, did I enjoy it? Now, the premise of this film is obviously Galactus is coming to devour the Earth, and the Silver Surfer is the herald, and the Fantastic Four are going to stand in their way. Now, casting of it, they kind of got it right to a degree. I'm still unsure about Vanessa Kirby. I'm not saying that she's no great Sue Storm. It's just, I don't know what it is with her. She was very good, and the story is very good. Just not so sure. But then on the flip side, I went in thinking Pedro Pascal would be terrible as Mr. Fantastic, and he isn't. He's really credible. He does a good job. Maybe it's just a case of that he's everywhere, and maybe his people are a bit tired of him. But in this film, he's excellent. But the one character that I genuinely thought was going to be an annoying as hell and awful was Joseph Quinn.
Are you serious?
As the Human Torch. When you see the trailers, I just thought he's going to be an annoying shit all the way through it. And you know something? He's the standout of the film. They toned the comedy down so much because a lot of the MCU, they throw comedy in all the time and it becomes a bit overkill. I want to see a good story and I want the comedy to play out as if it should be, just naturally come and be humorous rather than forced. He was really good in it. He really was. So was everybody else that was in the film, even sort of like little characters like Mr. Mole. He pops up and he's quite quirky, you know, and he's funny with his little quirks as well. So I genuinely thought they got the balance correct in this film. Now, the look of the film, it was almost like watching a live-action Jetsons film. They got the look of the 60s and that vibe pretty much bang on. Now, it's based in an alternate universe rather than on Earth as we know it. And that kind of comes into play as well. I don't want to get heavily into spoilers on these reviews because if you haven't seen the film, I think you should go in. But the general gist of it is the Fantastic Four are going to become the Fantastic Five because Sue Storm's going to have a baby. That's a little bit of a nod to what might happen at the end of that. And there's a good part what they do, and I thought they did it quite well. The Herald comes, you mark for death, and then you find out the backstory of the Silver Surfer, why she became the Silver Surfer and the sacrifices she made. And then the redemption arc comes right through. So that's really clever. And the start of the movie is that they kind of did what the Superman did, but maybe it's a little bit better. Don't get me wrong, I love Superman, and these two are pretty much on par with each other. They have almost like a little bit of an interview with them on TV where they're quite rooted at being superheroes. You don't see the origin story of them going off and hitting sort of the space dust or whatever it is that transformed them into the Fantastic Four. They just came back from a space mission. The DNA has changed and they're now superheroes, but they also became the defenders of the planet over the course of a 4-year period. And there's a little bit of an interview sort of recapping the story as if it's almost like This Is Your Life sort of thing or a late night talk show. And it brings you up to speed straight away. And you get to see who they are and what they are as a family unit. And that's the core of this film. It's about family. And then the overlining arc of the film is, does the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, or in this case, the one? And everything hinges on that. And then it's how they go from being heroes, pushed into the dirt, and then come back up as heroes again. And it's a proper hero's arc that they take. And the part that I liked about this film is they didn't go down the she-boss route. All of the characters had a good part to play, and each one of them was part of the storyline rather than just bolt-ons. And that's what I want to see in a film. So, did I enjoy it? I think that is the key element. The set pieces are really good. I know I said I don't go into cinematography, but the cityscapes and the rocket, the fantastic car, superb, really good. It's a very simple story. Is there some plot holes in it? Of course there is. Is there MacGuffins that will sort of you see and then become big parts of the film later on? You certainly do. There's a part in Mr. Fantastic's little science laboratory, and he's messing about and he's making this gadget, and that is a good foreshadowing into how the film ends, because at the end of it, Galactus does come to the Earth and he is massive. He's a big one, you know, godlike powers and everything. And one of the things that I liked in it as well, in the original Silver Surfer, they just had Galactus as a cloud. In this, he is sort of like this godlike creature. It happens to be in a massive spaceship, and it's a spaceship that wrecks the planet, and then he eats it, sort of thing. He has to travel through, and you get to see him wandering through. And I enjoyed it. I truly enjoyed this film. It kept you pretty much entertained from the moment it started till it ends, and do stay for the end credits. There's quite a good scene at the end credits foreshadowing into the next film, so it's worth watching that. And if I was going to give it, it's not the greatest film in the world. It's not going to win any Oscars, but I enjoyed it, and I'll give it a good 7, 8 out of 10. We'll say 7.5, right? I enjoyed it. And if you go to the cinema to pay money, that's where we need to sit. It's a film that you can go to the cinema and think, do you know something? That was good. Because there's nothing worse than going to the cinema, paying a fortune, coming out and go, that was a bag of shite. But not this time. So hats off to them. I hope this is a turn for the superhero movie. I really do. Because they got a bit stale and a bit, this building gets blown up, then that building gets blown up, and this one gets knocked out. This was pretty story-led right through, and the set pieces fitted into the story. And I think that's what makes this really good. So I hope you go see it. I really welcome your comments below. I'll talk to anybody about it. Have a good time. See you on the next one.